Hi guys, how are you? So this week I'm actually doing week 14 update. Unfortunately, I had miscalculated the weeks and I really don't know how that happened. I was going week by week, and yesterday I believe I called my doctor, well, not my doctor, but the appointment that I had scheduled for the ultrasound, which will reveal the sex of the baby. And that was actually scheduled for August 6th, which actually landed on a Monday. But since I'm trying to do the gender reveal party, I would have to wait 5 to 6 days because the party has to land on a Saturday and a Sunday. So I would have to wait 5 to 6 days not knowing the sex of the baby, and I think that would kill me. Plus, I wanted to know if there's any possibility of knowing a little bit before. So I called to try to reschedule it to an earlier date, and worst case scenario, I was going to reschedule it at least for that Friday, so I would just do the party on Saturday and only have to wait one day. And I tried to negotiate the date. I tried to start by saying July 26th maybe, and she's like, no, that is way too early. You would only be, I think she told me the number of weeks that I would be at that point. And I said, wait, no, that's not right. And then I started calculating it myself, and I said, no, I'm only 12 weeks now. And she said, no, you're 14 weeks. And I said, no, maybe there's a mix up. And she's like, I'm looking at your record. Your due date is January 1st, and you are 14 weeks now. So I was very shocked. I did get a change, definitely not end of July, but I got a change to August 2nd, 4th, yes, August 2nd, which is a Friday, so I would probably have the party August 3rd. I might be wrong. I might have those dates wrong. I know I changed it to a Friday, and oh, maybe I have a calendar here. I have my iPad holding down my camera, and there's a calendar here. Okay, so it's scheduled for August 3rd now, so I would have the party August 4th, and it was originally scheduled August 6th. So a few days before, and then I would only have to wait 1 or 2 days if the Saturday will probably be on a Saturday, so I'll only have to wait 1 day to find the sex of the baby. So unfortunately, miscalculated week 14 now. And I actually have a couple of things to mention that I always forget to mention in my other videos because I don't write anything down and I just do the video without any planning. So the first thing I wanted to give an update about was when I was 12 weeks, I did my second ultrasound and the baby's heart rate was 168. Maybe I mentioned that last video, but I'm not sure. So 168, and maybe a week before that, I had gone to the doctor just to do a routine checkup, and the heart rate at that point was, I think, 162, and the initial ultrasound was 146. So they've all been pretty high, I believe, which can lead us to believe that it might be a girl. The first ultrasound that I even uploaded, it came out in the video that the doctor said, I think it's a boy because the heart rate is on the lower range, and it was 146. Still above 140, which is, they say if it's higher than 140, it's a girl, and if it's lower than 140, it's a boy. And I've definitely done my research, seen a million videos and read a million blogs, and that's very accurate, but there have been cases that are not correct. So the doctor did say that, and then now it's much faster. So I think it might be a girl. So now I have no clue if it's a boy or a girl. At the beginning, I thought it was a boy, and I thought it was a boy, and then the doctor told us, oh, I think it's a boy, and I was like, me too, and my husband was ecstatic, but now we don't really know. So that's one. Two, my cravings. I don't think I've mentioned much about my cravings, but for the past 4 weeks, I would say, or 5 weeks, I wasn't the type of person that drank milk. My husband and I, we don't really drink milk at all. And I've been craving cereal, specifically chocolatey cereal, Cocoa Pebbles specifically. or Cocoa Puffs now. So I, here and there, that's my snack. I'll serve myself a bowl of cereal and have it with milk. And it's really strange because I haven't had cereal since high school. So I was like, okay. But I'm enjoying it, and I guess that's one of my cravings. And then the second is glazed donuts. It doesn't have to be, but Krispy Kreme donuts, which is a brand of donuts. And they're just regular glazed donuts. Small little dog trying to play. And the other one's on me. She's right here. Oh God. Don't worry, I'm not doing anything. So yeah, donuts, which is very weird because I've never been, I can eat a donut here and there. At work, some people sometimes randomly bring donuts, and you know, I'll have one here and there, but I would never really need to have one or anything like that. And that has been one of my cravings. But I haven't needed to just go to Publix or anywhere and get a donut because my craving's that intense. But I did feel like eating it for probably a whole week, and then somebody brought some donuts to work, and when I had that donut, it was heaven. It was amazing. So that would be my second craving. And other than that, nothing really. So I have been sick again. I probably would say that I'm sick maybe once a month, maybe twice. It's not a lot, but when I do get sick, it's really intense. Usually it's in the morning. I've said this in other videos. Usually it's from 9 a.m. to 12. At 12 it completely goes away, and I'm fine. But yesterday, or Tuesday actually, which was July 3rd, we had actually a potluck at work where everybody just brings a plate of food and we share it all, and we have, because we were doing it for July 4th, so everybody brought hot dogs and salad and rice and chicken and everything. And I guess it was just a combination of all those foods. I had everything and loved everything, but we got out early because of the holiday. Our company lets us out early. Drove home and couldn't even make it home. I ended up throwing up in a garbage can from my building, and it was terrible. I was dying on the way home. I lived 2 minutes away from work, so it wasn't a long drive, but it was torturous. It was terrible. And then I get home, rush into the bathroom, continue, then I take a little break, and I said, okay, that's it. Everything I ate is out already. I have nothing else in my stomach. But I continued to get sick and feel sick and feel sick. I drank a little bit of water and would throw that up automatically. Then I would just not drink anything or eat anything or just sit there, but then I would just throw up like my gastric juices. It was just terrible. And that was from like 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. or midnight. So that was strange because it was at night, but I'm guessing it's because of all those, mixing all those foods and eating so much. So that was that. Haven't gotten sick since, and I'm guessing that's my July sickness. So hopefully I don't get sick again. Symptoms. My chest, boobs area, they're no longer sore. They don't hurt. Maybe a little tiny bit, but it's nowhere near what it used to be before. I would just walk, and just the bounce of the walk would kill me because it was so painful. So now it doesn't really hurt. I'm not sure if it's supposed to hurt throughout the whole pregnancy or just at the beginning, but I'm perfectly fine now. It's not painful at all. And definitely one thing that my husband keeps pointing out is that I'm very moody, and I guess I am. I'm just moody, and things bother me a lot more than they bothered me before. And just I was never a person that had a lot of patience, and now I really don't have patience. I mean, what was my 10-second patience before now has gone down to 1.5 seconds. I just really don't have patience, and cranky and moody. And yes, even though I don't like to admit it, and I don't admit it to my husband, but I am a little moody, and I guess it's all the changes going on in your body. But I'm definitely moody, and definitely way more emotional than I used to be. I was, to begin with, an emotional person, but now it's to a whole nother level. On Monday, I believe, The Notebook was on TV, and I've seen it before. Cried cried a little bit the first time I saw it, maybe a couple tears here and there, just wiped it out, maybe nobody even noticed. This time, what's wrong, Chan? What's wrong? This time was like somebody was getting killed next to me. It was sobbing and it wouldn't stop. My husband got home and he like ran to the room. He's like, are you okay? What's wrong? And I was like, I'm watching the Notebook and it's so sad. And it was like terrible. He had to hug me for like 10 minutes because it was just so emotional. It was pretty funny. So very emotional, very moody. I guess it happens. So what else? Okay, so week 14, the baby is 3.5 inches and it's the size of a lemon. I don't have a lemon, I have a lime, but I'm guessing it's a little bit bigger than this. So this is the size of the baby now. A little bit bigger, but I don't have a lemon. So, and this is a pretty big lime. Limes are usually a little bit smaller. So that's the size of the baby. And it weighs 1.5 ounces. The liver is making bile now, and the spleen starts helping in the production of red blood cells. They also say, I think this is controversial, but they say that 14 weeks you are now starting your second trimester, or leaving your first and starting your second. A lot of different sources say different things. Either you're leaving, you're finishing your first trimester, or starting your second, but I guess I would say I started my second trimester. So those are all the updates from here. My second well, not my second, that would be my third doctor appointment is on July 19th. And like I mentioned earlier, my next ultrasound, which is the gender ultrasound, is on August 3rd.